press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hi students, in the previous video we have discussed on the Bohr-Atom model in regard of postulates, two quantum conditions applied by the Bohr to give the discrete spectral lines for the hydrogen atom. Along with we also derived the expression for velocity of electron in the orbit or speed of the electron in the orbit, and radius expression, energy expression, most importantly for board exam. And also we discussed the two important factors. When we supply energy to the atom, it will get absorbed by electrons of the atom, and if that energy is sufficient to rise to the any higher permissible orbits, then it will rise, it go to the higher orbits. Then we say atom is excited. Process is called excitation, and energy supplied we call excitation energy. Suppose it ionizes entirely, electron is taken off from the atom, the supplied energy, then we call ionization energy, and corresponding potential we defined it as a ionization potential or excitation potential. And regard of entrance concerned also we discussed something about frequency of electron in the orbit, period, angular frequency, current, magnetic moment, angular momentum, magnetic field due to the electron motion around the nucleus, Bohr magneton expression. We have seen all those things. But today this video contains the two important facts. One, as per board exam and also for the entrance, most of the questions also relied here, even in entrance. One is obtaining the expression for wave number or frequency or wavelength of the radiation emitted, not frequency of electron in the orbit. Once the electron de-excited from the excited state to the lower orbit or to the ground orbit, radiation is emitted. This emitted radiation has a definite frequency or wavelength, and also we are using new term as a wave number in this. So we have to see the expression for wave number. One of the important derivation we are going to see, asking for 5 or 3 marks. Along with we had two derivations earlier with explanation of the alpha ray scattering, expression for the radius of the Bohr orbit, and also the energy expression, that is energy of the electron in the orbit of the hydrogen atom or hydrogenic atom. Similarly here we are going to see the expression for general expression as wave number expression, and we go for the hydrogen also. Frequency of radiation or wavelength of radiation or wave number expression we are going to see. What wave number I will tell before. And second part is again spectral series of hydrogen atom that we have you already learnt in the first PUC in chemistry. Let us in your mind what is the meaning of wave number is. Wave number representing by nu bar, and this is equal to 1 by lambda. You know, when the wave is propagating, the medium particles are executing simple harmonic motion. As this is vibrating, the disturbance is propagating along a particular direction. As this is traveling, the medium particles are disturbing, and one set of such disturbance we call, one set of complete different disturbances we call it as a wave. So the particle in the similar phase, the separation between the two particles, two successive particles in the same phase, if it is upward, it is also upward, position is mean. We call it as a distance between the two successive particles in the same phase as a wavelength. That we defined it as a wavelength, representing with the notation lambda. So what is wave number? You know, come to know what is wave. Suppose if we had 1 meter length, how many waves are accommodated in 1 meter length? Number of waves in 1 meter length, here it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe. So that 1 by lambda, 1 meter length, if I divided by lambda, that gives 1 by lambda, the word wave number. Number of waves contained in 1 meter length of the medium. Number of waves contained in 1 meter length. We defined it as a wave number, or in brief we can numerically say reciprocal of the wavelength is defined as wave number, and as it is 1 by lambda, and you are knowing lambda is measured in SI unit in meter, its unit of wave number is per meter. Per meter is employed. Even dimensionally if you want, it is L power minus 1. So we have to get the expression for that wave number expression, an important derivation. With that expression we are going to see the spectral series of hydrogen atom. So how this series or wave number expression? When I excite an atom by supplying energy, I told already that there are various orbits of the electron. If the ground orbit, the electron is, when I supplied energy sufficient, it rises to one of the higher orbits. Within 10 power minus 8 seconds, short time, it returned to the lower orbit, giving out energy. That energy is nothing but h nu. That is called emitted radiation. From the frequency condition, frequency quantization rule, I now apply rule of the Bohr's atom model. From frequency quantization rule, what we come to know that energy of the radiation emitted when the electron return from higher orbit to the lower orbit, if this energy is En2 and this is En1, the energy of emitted radiation E is equal to En2 minus En1, according to the third postulate of Bohr, or frequency quantization condition, that when an electron from higher energy state to lower energy state, when it comes to, the energy liberates, that energy liberated in the form of radiation is equal to difference of the energy of the two states involved. From the equation known to us that energy of any permitted orbit is given by this nth orbit n. So I can substitute in this. When I substitute here, it is minus mz square e to the power of 4 divided by 8 epsilon square n square h square is n2. I write n2. Remaining all same, minus mz square e to the power of 4 by 8 epsilon square n square h square, it is n1. Minus of minus plus, and all other constant terms if I bring out, I can write energy as hc by lambda, because you know h nu is energy, that can be written as hc by lambda. Therefore energy I written as hc by lambda here. Common term if I brought out mz square e to the power of 4 by 8 epsilon square h square. So this minus of minus become plus 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square we got. This except c lambda, if I c hc I take on other side. Now I got the expression for wave number which is equal to 1 by lambda, which I called this as wave number, which I am calling that as a wave number. This wave number is equal to 1 by lambda hc if I take other side, m e to the power of 4 z square divided by 8 epsilon square, h coming to that h cube into c into 1 by n1 square by 1 by n2 square. This except z, I can call it as a Rydberg constant for hydrogen atom, that equal to m e to the power of 4 by 8 epsilon square h cube c, whose value is 1.097 into 10 power 7 per meter. So it is N1, N2 constant. These are all M, mass of electron, charge of electron, dielectric, so permittivity of free space, Planck's constant, speed of light, all are constants. So the constants together, multiple constant are fused and new constant is coming. Rydberg constant for hydrogen atom is, if you substitute and calculate it, it comes to be this much. And here only the term lambda, 1 by lambda is m power minus 1. Even its unit, SI unit of Rydberg constant is m power minus 1. This is called as a Rydberg constant for hydrogen atom. I write a general equation from this, nu bar is equal to R into Z square upon 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square. This is the expression for nu bar, wave number expression for the spectral lines of hydrogen atom. What we did is, just we have taken, when an atom is excited with sufficient energy, it can rise to any of the higher permitted orbits. Within short time it returns. While it is coming back, it radiates energy, emits energy. The emitted radiation has definite energy that is equal to difference of the orbits energy involved. That is from the third postulate or the frequency quantization condition applied by the Bohr to propose this atom model. And here we know the expression for energy. Directly substitute that, common term you bring out. Wherever energy we can write hc by lambda, where c is the speed of light and wavelength. 1 by lambda we are calling as a wave number, except z, m e power 4 8 epsilon square h cube c if I taken. This is called as the Rydberg constant for hydrogen atom. And we got the expression nu bar equal to R Z square into 1 by N1 square by 1 by N2 square. I hope you are understood here. Now, there is a chance that they may ask you frequency relation. Sometimes if they ask the frequency relation, frequency of emitted radiation, if you want, frequency is equal to, we can know that 1 by lambda. C by lambda is a frequency. You know, C is equal to nu lambda. Even in the sound chapter you have learnt in the first PUC. Velocity of sound equal to frequency into wavelength. That holds good for light also. So C by lambda, 1 by lambda, here you are seeing wavelength expression we can get the wavelength, wave number, the two values we can, frequency if you need, then I have to multiply both side by C. If I multiplied by C, so that is C into R into Z square into 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square. Suppose for hydrogen atom, wave number expression is R into 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square. Frequency expression is RC into 1 by N1 square by 1 by N2 square. This, it is frequency expression, it is wave number expression. Wave number is nothing but 1 by wavelength. So we got three relations here. Actually, to see, this equation gives you wave number expression R 1 by N1 square lower orbit and higher orbit. N1 is always less than N2. It is frequency expression where RC, if you multiply by C, the wave number expression become the frequency expression. Wave number expression itself you take, it is 1 by lambda you can get the wavelength also. So this single relation help you to find out the value of wavelength or frequency or wave number of the emitted radiation when an electron de-excite in an atom, de-excite from higher to lower orbit. This is an important derivation asking for you for 3 or 5 marks. I hope you are understood. Directly you have to remember this relation. They are not giving in the board exam. Assuming, in the question itself they say, assuming the expression for energy of the electron in the nth orbit of hydrogen atom or hydrogen like atom, obtain the expression for wave number or frequency. Usually ask either of these two. If they ask wave number, you can stop here with r1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. If it is for hydrogen, you have to make z is equal to 1. Z is equal to 1 and write this. If they are asking frequency, multiply by C and say it is the frequency expression. Either for a frequency or wave number expression can be had. Now we are using this equation to understand the spectral series of hydrogen atom. The previous two models failed to explain the discrete spectral lines of the hydrogen atom. The Bohr got success in that strongly, and exactly the calculated values and experimental obtained values are very good agreement, and that was made them to consider this model as a successful model, and because of which we got the Nobel Prize for in 1913. Let it be, taking this equation for hydrogen atom, we are liking to understand the spectral series. So whenever we cannot take a single atom and excite always, let us imagine in a container we have taken the hydrogen gas at very low pressure and we are excited it electrically. So when the atoms of the hydrogen atom gain energy, they rise to different energy levels. Now we are going to discuss about the spectral series of hydrogen atom. When we supply the electrical energy, due to this energy absorbed, all the atoms cannot rise to same energy level. They rise to different orbits. And while they return, they give different wavelengths. There is no condition that if an atom rises to 5th orbit, electron in the 5th orbit directly may come to ground state directly, or it may take intermediate steps, 5th to 4th or 3rd or 2nd and come back to ground, or 5th to 3rd and come back to ground, or 3rd to 2nd and come back to the ground. So it can have all probabilities of returning, but only with the permitted orbits transfer. Only that can come down or reach the ground state directly, or in between any permitted level, it can stay for a while, radiate energy and again come back. So because of which we are getting number of radiations coming out with different wavelengths. They have been grouped in certain order. So this grouping of wavelengths with considering the lower orbit number fixed, we call them as a spectral series. Group of wavelength emitting when the electrons from higher orbits returning to a particular lower orbit. We will get set of wavelengths, or they are not alike. When electron coming from infinite orbit to the ground orbit, or 10th orbit to the ground, or 5th orbit, or 4th orbit, 3rd orbit, 2nd orbit, energy involved are different, they are having different wavelengths. We will get a group of wavelengths or a set of wavelengths when the electrons from the excited state return to the ground state. This group of wavelengths emitted when electrons from higher orbits to a particular lower orbit coming, we grouped into, and that group of wavelengths called spectral series. And according to the scientist who worked behind that, we have 5 different series we have learned. That is one called Lyman series, Balmer series, Paschen series, Brackett series and Pfund series. I already told we are discussing about the energy level diagram. We are not considering the orbital level diagram because there is no path. Even Bohr may be told there is a circular path for the electron, no definite path for the electron. Only we can find where the electron in respect of energy. In respect of, that is probability of finding the position of the electron in the vicinity of the nucleus within the size of atom. This probability can be inferred from the one electron wave function. It is electron behave like a wave, that we are coming to the end. That is called as orbital. And because of energy, we are talking more in terms of energy than path. The energy that the electron possessing is corresponding to an orbit named. If it is in the first orbit means we are not thinking the circular path or the wire-like structure. But only we think if the electron has energy, particularly hydrogen atom, it has energy means its energy is minus 13.6 eV. It may be in and around, it is going around the nucleus, but with the energy minus 13.6 we say it is in the first orbit according to Bohr's theory. So then it is minus 3.4 eV, then we say it is in the second orbit. Minus 1.1 eV, we say it is in the third orbit. Likewise, minus 0.37 eV, it is said to be in the sixth orbit. So we are talking about energies instead of orbits. So in this energy level diagram, horizontal lines we are seeing all represents the energy of the orbit of hydrogen atom from 1, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, so on. And as you are again coming to know, I told in the last class, when we come to the orbit concerned, radius distances, if you see the orbits are, separation between the orbits was going on increasing, is going on increasing because radius is proportional to n square. If it is the first orbit 1, second orbit 4, third orbit is 9. If you see the difference, it is 3, it is 5. Separation is increasing in case of radius of the orbit. But when you take the energy, you have come to know that E is proportional to 1 by n square. So the separation is decreasing. They are directly proportional to, here inversely proportional to. You are seeing there is a wide gap of around 10.2 eV. If you see the difference of energy between the two is 10.2 eV. Almost 10 electron volt is difference between 1 to second orbit. Energy differentiality. That means you can find an electron around the nucleus, means either with this energy or this energy. Difference of energy is 10 eV. When you see between the two, it is just 1.5 eV. So in the first orbit to second orbit, 10.2 eV. Third orbit, you are seeing 1.5 eV. Again, third to fourth orbit, you are seeing 0.8 eV. See the separation 10, 1.5, 0.8. So there is negligibly going on decreasing. That means separation between the energies of the orbits is shrinking. They are coming very, very closer. Completely reverse that we are observed in case of radius. In radius, the separation is increasing. Here separation between the energies goes on decreases. Energies decreases. Energy difference goes on decreases. Energy difference also goes on decreases. Let it be. Now, how to get the spectral series? Now we have the wave number expression using for this. Wave number expression for hydrogen atom, if I take, I can write this as nu bar is equal to 1 by lambda, which is R into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. Further, I told R is value is 1.097 into 10 power 7 per meter. This value has to be known only for hydrogen. For other elements, this become R 1.097 into 10 power 7 into z square, I told you. That now it is not necessary at this point, only recalled you, but you remember about this. How this relation is used. So if the electrons from the excited, any of the excited states, they return to the ground state. If they return to the ground state, we say the group of wavelengths that are emitting by the atom is called Lyman series. It is first series is a Lyman series. So here N1 must be 1. This is fixed for Lyman series. N2 can take value 2, 3, 4, 5, so on up to infinity. This what I say is if you put N2 is equal to N1 plus 1, this become the first member of the Lyman series. First member is this. Energy involved is less compared to others. it is corresponding to longest wavelength. Longest wavelength comes. What if we calculated in this? I am not writing equation, this completely refers to this equation. Suppose if I calculated using that longest r into 1 by 1 square minus 1 by 2 square, which become r into 4 minus 1 is 3 by 4, or lambda L is equal to 4 by 3 r. 4 by 3 into, alright, 3 into 1.097 into 10 power 7. If you simplified, you will get 1215 angstrom. This is going to name minus 7 and make it 4000, 10 power minus 10, simplifying that. It is the longest wavelength. Longest wavelength is this. When the excitation from second orbit to the ground orbit, whose wavelength you got 1215 angstrom. Suppose if you want shortest wavelength, lambda s, r into 1 by 1 square minus 1 by infinity square, that equal to lambda s equal to 1 by r it becomes, because infinity 0. So generally for that we write telling later. So however, if you substitute here 1.09 into 10 power 7, and if you calculate it, you will get the value 912 angstrom. This is the shortest wavelength. Infinite orbit means almost outside electron when enters and falls to the ground state, it will get 912 angstrom. The range of wavelength you come to know. Even this is for series limit. We say series limit or limiting member or shortest wavelength. Shortest lambda corresponding to N2. That is the end of the series. Starting is a longest wavelength. Very next higher orbit of the orbit concerned, you will get the longest wavelength when N2 is N1 plus 1. Series limit or limiting member or shortest wavelength means that is the end. So in generally, if I take it is N1 and made infinity, so lambda shortest of any series can be written as N1 square by R. N1 is for Lyman, it is 1, we substituted and got it. So I think you are understood here. What you come to know from this? All possible wavelengths that transition gives. If you go on putting the values of N1 is equal to 2, 3, N2 is equal to 3, 4, 5 like that. 3, 4, 5 and continued up to infinity. The possible wavelengths mentioned here is about Lyman series starting from 912 angstrom and ending with 1215 angstrom. Now I am recalling you that you have studied in the previous videos in the electromagnetic spectrum, that electromagnetic waves we are classified into various regions according to their characteristic properties, from the gamma rays, UV rays, gamma rays and X-rays. X-rays, UV rays means ultraviolet rays, gamma rays, X-rays, UV rays, visible rays, infrared rays and microwaves and radio waves. So, but here if you take this starts from 100 angstrom and ends at 4000 angstrom. The wavelength is lying in this region. Therefore, we told Lyman series is in the UV region of the electromagnetic spectrum. Which series of hydrogen atom lies in the UV region, ultraviolet region means Lyman series. or in which region of the electromagnetic spectrum Lyman series lies means UV region. So it is around this 900 or more than 100 and less than 4000. Completely the Lyman series is in the invisible region, that is ultraviolet region. I hope you are come to know it is in the UV region, and we come to that first member and last member of the series. So however it is in the UV region, the transitions here shown from infinity, that is the shortest wavelength and highest energy, minimum energy and longest wavelength, 912 to 1215 in the UV region. Coming to the second one as a Balmer series. In this case we take N1 is equal to 2. N2 as a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so on infinity. Particularly this is the base for the atom structure to know, because at that time known series is this 4 different lines. We named them as H alpha, H beta and H gamma and H delta. Particularly if they are mentioning alpha, beta, gamma, delta like this, they are nothing but in the Balmer series. So if we calculate the first member, similar substitution, I am not going to N1 equal to 2, N2 equal to 3, the longest wavelength we will get. Longest wavelength we will get, that is from the third orbit to second orbit, the excitation take place. So if you see that one, Balmer series, you will get 6563 angstrom. That is the longest wavelength. Putting here N1 is 2, N2 is 3, and you can estimate that. And further if you come to know the shortest wavelength, that is infinity, N2 when you put, you will get the shortest wavelength of the series, that is coming to be equal to 3646 angstrom. 3646 angstrom for that. So again these are, please remember, alpha means N1 is 2. If H alpha line they mention in the even in entrance or board examination, questions are coming in the numerical problems. If they mentioned H alpha means Balmer series N1 is 2, N2 is 3. H beta mentioned N1 is 2, N2 is 4. H gamma mentioned N2 is 5. H delta mentioned N2 is 6. These are the 4 lines of hydrogen spectrum we have taken. So please remember this, it confined to Balmer series with N1 equal to 2, corresponding alpha 3, beta 4, gamma 5 and delta 6, and any value. Any values they ask, you can calculate using this same relation. I given the limits. If you see visible region, if you take the visible region, that almost starts from 4000 angstrom and ends with the 7500 angstrom. This is the visible region. Almost, I say almost, little bit, it may be at the edge. This is completely in the visible region of the spectrum. Last spectrum, longest wavelength is this, shortest is just entering into the visible region. That is what Balmer series we say, it is in the visible region of the electromagnetic spectrum. So coming to the third one is about it is in the visible region. Coming to third is a Paschen series. In the Paschen series, N1 is 3, N2 is 4, 5, 6, so on. We can continue with this. What we see here, it is if you go for this, N1 is 3, first member is 4, last member is infinity. If we calculate for the Paschen series, lambda of Paschen series, so it is starting from almost Paschen is around 10,050 angstrom to 20,000 angstrom, almost 19,000. 10,050 angstroms to 9,000 angstrom. If you observe, it is the infrared region because starting from end of the 7,000 angstrom and it is 1000 micron. So it is very long. All other series which is a widest one, now beginning of the infrared region, the Paschen series is present. The first member is here with the longest wavelength is about 19,000 angstrom and last member is coming to be around that of 10,050 angstrom. The longest wavelength possible to the smallest wavelength in case of Paschen series. In case of Paschen series, this wavelength I can say it is 19,000 angstrom to 10,050 angstrom. It is in the infrared region. Similarly, the bracket series. Bracket series, again N1 is 4, N2 is equal to 5, 6, 7 and 5 is the first member, infinity is the last member. So N1 is 4, you have to put 4 and N2 is 5, 6, 1. If you put 5 first member, longest wavelength. If you put infinity, that become the last member and the shortest wavelength. If you calculate, that starts from 20,000 angstrom to 40,000 angstrom. This is also in the infrared region. Completely in the infrared region they belongs to. So the last one, fifth one, as a P-fund series. Here we take N1 is 5, N2 is 6, 7, so on. If you calculate, it is 33,000 angstrom to 75,000 angstrom. All these three belongs to infrared region. See the higher group of wavelengths emitted when electron transfer from higher orbits to the fourth orbit is a bracket series. When N1 is 4, bracket series. N2 may be any number higher than N1, 4. Any number higher than. If you want longest wavelength, 5 for this bracket series. Shortest is infinity. P-band series you want, it is a group of wavelengths we get when the electrons return from higher orbits to the fifth orbit. We cannot find P-band series below fifth orbit. We cannot find bracket series below fourth orbit. Electrons should transfer from higher orbits to the fourth orbit, bracket. Higher orbits to the fifth orbit is P-band series. Higher orbits to the third orbit is Paschen series. Higher orbits to the second is Balmer. Higher to the ground is Lyman. Suppose if a electron when returning described the P-band series means it describes bracket, Paschen, Balmer, Lyman, because once it comes from higher orbits to the fifth orbit, it must come from fifth to fourth or fourth to third or third to second or second to ground. But when electron rise to the Paschen series cannot describe the bracket and P-band. I hope you are following. If an electron is described already Paschen series, it will rise to the third orbit, fourth orbit. Fourth orbit to third orbit Paschen series shows, but it cannot go higher orbit to show the P-band or bracket. So therefore, once if you see the P-band, all other series will appear. Bracket, you can get the Paschen, Balmer and Lyman, but cannot P-band. If you got Paschen, then you will get Balmer and Lyman, not the bracket and P-band. I think you have understood that. These are the 5 series. Once the question is appeared out of these years, once explain the spectral series of hydrogen atom. In that case, we have the wave number expression given by 1 by lambda equal to r into 1 by n1 square minus n2 square. This gives the group of wavelengths emitting when the electrons jumps from higher orbit n2 to lower orbit n1, where r is the Rydberg constant of hydrogen atom I'll have. If the electrons from higher orbits return to the ground orbit, gives rise to Lyman series. Its shortest wavelength is being 912, longest being 1215. Balmer series, it is in the ultraviolet region. Balmer series shortest wavelength is 3646 angstrom, and the longest wavelength is 6563 angstrom. This is in the visible region. Group of wavelengths emitted when electrons return from higher orbits to the third orbit gives rise to Paston series. Higher orbits to the fourth orbit gives you to Brackett series. Higher orbits to the fifth orbit gives to Pfund series. But all these three series belongs to infrared region. Infrared region. This is a short idea given to you. It is a repetition from your first PUC, I think so. Let us the importance points regarding this we look into. But remember, finally, Lyman series is in the UV region, Balmer series in the visible region, and remaining series are in the infrared region. Now, in this expression for wave number, r into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square for hydrogen atom we have taken. It may be equal to 1 by lambda. For longest wavelength, remember this concept, for longest wavelength, always of any series, n2 must be equal to n1 plus 1. It is sometimes called as the first member of that series. Then I can write this equation as 1 by lambda longest equal to r into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n1 plus 1 square. This lambda coming is a first member of that series and it is the longest. For example, it is Lyman, then it is 2. If it is Balmer, it is 3. If it is Brackett, it is 5, like that. And a second question coming is always shortest wavelength. Shortest wavelength for which n2 is infinity. It is called as the limiting member, sometimes called limiting member or series limit of a particular series. Which series says that has the n1 value? n1 value is fixed. Lyman means 1, Paston means 3, Brackett means 4, Balmer means 2. n1 is fixed, but n2 is always infinity for shortest wavelength or limiting member. When you substitute infinity, I can directly write lambda minimum equal to n1 square by r. These 2 points keep in mind directly, most helpful. Questions are coming both in entrance, even in the board examination, question is asked on this formula. But confusion here always, if you write longest to shortest and shortest to longest, answer will be different and we lose completely the marks. So these 2 things from this, measuring longest wavelength and shortest wavelength. And from this I am coming to number of spectral lines, how much emitted when electrons returning from higher orbits to the lower orbits. Suppose the electron is returning from various higher orbits, 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. It may come from any orbits to this like or any one. In general from n2 to n1, if the electron is returning, how many spectral lines possible? How many wavelengths we can get? There is a relation for this. Number of spectral lines obtained when the electron return from n2 to n1 orbit. The formula is n2 minus n1 into n2 minus n1 plus 1 divided by 2. Is a most general formula. n1 must be always less than n2. For any orbit to any orbit, returning the answer available. If you want to most simplify it, for the ground orbit, n1 is 1 if you made, n2 is maybe 3 or 2 or any number. n2 is excited number and n1 is the ground orbit. Then formula changes to n is equal to, you see, n2. I am writing n1 is 1, n2 as n. The equation n minus n1 is 1 into n minus 1 plus 1 divided by 2. This suggests n into n minus 1 by 2. There are two formula. Ground orbit is fixed. n2 may be any higher orbit. Number of spectral lines emitting can be had from this. If n2 is higher, n1 is lower, n2 and n1 may be any number, how many spectral lines will be emitted given by that relation. Out of these two, you can use any one relation to find the answer. For example, third orbit to first orbit, if I take n is 3 into, in this formula, 3 into 3 minus 1 divided by 2, this gives you 3 because 3 minus 1 is 2, 2 by 2 cancel. What are 3 possible is, an electron in this higher orbit can return to ground orbit directly without further any changes. And if you take that electron can come to this orbit, and again it can return from that to lower orbit. See here, one wavelength is emitted, lambda 1, and here one it is lambda 2, and from here to here it is lambda 3. How many spectral lines emitted are 3? 3 wavelengths are different, lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3 are different. Directly coming to the ground, or third to second and second to the ground. This decides it. I hope you are understood how this appeared. So this is counting number of spectral lines. As for entrance concerned, JEE NEET important. So they are fusing the questions relating to the spectral series and also the number of spectral lines emitted. Many times we are necessary to find the orbit number and go for the further simplification. Along with today we discussed about wave number expression, one of the important expression for your board exam. That wave number expression I removed here. Now this for hydrogen atom, if I write, this is equal to R into 1 by n1 square upon 1 by n2 square, this relation. We discussed about that, and also the frequency I told you, if you multiply by C, this becomes the frequency expression, frequency of the emitted radiation. On the basis of that, another important concept we have come to know, that spectral series of hydrogen atom. 5 different series, the group of wavelengths emitted when the electrons return to the ground state from, lower state from any higher states. If it is returned to the ground state, Lyman series. Second orbit, Balmer. Third orbit, Bastian. Fourth is bracket, Pfund. And also I given you the particular words they are using, because most important, know what they are asking correctly to know. When they ask limiting member, series limit, shortest wavelength, always take n2 must be infinity. Shortest wavelength, limiting member, series limit, end of that series. First member or longest wavelength of any series they give, n1, n2 must be n1 plus 1. And also the number of spectral lines emitted when the electrons return to the different states, lower states from higher states. It's a most general relation, and if you take n1 as 1 ground state and n2 may be any higher state, the formula is this. Out of these two, any one can be used to find out those. So with this today, I conclude, and one of the important facts and some relations required for entrance is remain, that I will take in the next video and come to the numerical problems that are necessary for board exam. Along with, we can go the questions on JEE and NEET importance. Thank you.